Mother.
Hi, Abby.
Are you home now?
Uh-huh.
Well, say hi to everybody because we're already live.
What up, yo? I want to give a shout out to the people who listen on Pinterest.
What? How do you know?
Going strong.
How do you know people listen on Pinterest?
Because I posted on there.
Okay, but they link from it. Anyways, Mom.
Yeah.
When I call you to do the podcast, it doesn't matter what I'm doing or who I'm with. We need to do the podcast.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear your silence.
It's right here now.
Mom,
Good?
start snapping. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mom, you're off on that snapping, yo.
You said you were going to do a pre-thingy, so I wouldn't have to snap anymore.
I didn't do that. And also, your snapping is terrible. It's really off. Anyways, Mom, I wanted to do a podcast yesterday. Why did you tell me to live my life? I don't understand. If you want to complain about numbers, at least be consistent and have good content and then complain about what I'm listening.
You were busy yesterday.
Mom, I wasn't busy. Eric was in the shower. I said, let's do the podcast.
Doesn't matter.
Eric already knew that we were doing the podcast.
I know, but still.
But what?
You get ready, you go out, and you enjoy life.
Mom, we accounted for that time to do the podcast.
Okay, is this what you're going to talk about the whole time?
I'm giving you shit because I don't want people to think that I'm an inconsistent little girl.
Dates that should not be told.
What?
Or that are held back.
What?
Red flags on first dates.
Red flags on first dates?
Yeah, like a 50-year-old guy living with his mom, or doesn't drive a car, or what's another red? Someone who has kids but hides it till the third meetup or something.
Well, why are you why can't this person drive a car? Have you ever thought about that? What if they're half blind in one eye, Mom?
Broke-ass shit.
What if their foot doesn't work? What if they have a medical condition? What if they just don't have their license, like Cardi B? Is that a red flag?
I think they can't do Uber Eats if they have all those issues.
So maybe they don't want to do Uber Eats, Mom. Anyways, tell us about your Uber Eats experience.
My Uber Eats experience, people are fucked.
Okay, Mom, you need to give context. When I set you up for something, give context.
Shut up.
Guys, this is the context. Hold on. My mom and her sister and my aunt, my aunt does Uber Eats now because she thought it was fun to get into and, promote her business through it. And I think that's a very smart idea. Anyways, she recruited my mom to help her on this Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to the Canadians out there.
This is not a recruit. This is a punishment for getting her to drive us downtown. It was the return. Right. Yeah, so she drove Kat home.
My mom and my sister made my aunt drive them to my sister's place in downtown Toronto. Right. And in punishment for that, for making her do that, my aunt said, Mom, you have to come with me.
Exactly.
To do Uber Eats. Right. Okay, tell us about your experience.
And I said, as long as I'm home by 9:15, we're good. That's fine.
Okay, tell us about your experience.
Experiences? Crazy. This was one door we go up to. Guy turns on the lights, and then he puts his hand out like, wait, don't come any closer. Just put the food down.
What?
Yeah, because his dog was going to bark. I guess his parents might have woken up or something. Young kid. Yeah. Another one we go to, there's no address on the front. You can't find the house. And what do you do? I think that's that house according to the numbers. We're going back and forth. And then what do? They turn off the lights and they turn on a flashlight. What? Yeah.
That's so sketchy.
Yeah, so many weird
And did you deliver the food still?
Yeah, because then she got a message. Or she said, we're at the flashlight house or whatever. It's like, why don't you just come outside your fucking door and say, hey, I'm over here. Sorry, I'm an idiot for not having visible numbers on my door.
That's sketchy. Why would they turn off the light, though, and use a flashlight?
I know. Isn't that stupid?
That doesn't make sense, especially if they're turning off the light when you can see them turning off the light. Like, what's the point?
I don't know, Abby. People are weird out there.
I mean, that scares me, but at least it's a little better than actually Ubering.
Yeah, it's actually a lot better than Ubering.
Because people are getting in your car and you don't know what they're going to do when they're in your car. At
Especially
least
when
if
they're
you're
behind you.
dropping off food, you can drop it off and run. Like, I don't know. What does she do if nobody answers the door or whatever?
Okay, well, her
Does she
friend
just leave it there?
too. She has friends that do it. I was telling Kat. So friends that do it, and the guy gave the wrong address.
Yeah.
So she got $75 worth of Popeye's food because the order was canceled.
Oh my god.
So Jaden was sitting there eating Popeye's food.
Wait, so the order was they just canceled their $75 order?
Goes, what do I do with this order? Like, do you want to give me the right address? And they go, no, it's past a certain amount of time.
Wait,
Go,
who says
just
no?
throw it out. The company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she goes, do you want to give me the right address? And they go, no, it's past
But why
time.
wouldn't... That sounds like they're just taking people's money. Why, if she was offering to get the right address...
Yeah, no. There's a certain time frame.
That's dumb.
Yep. So I don't know what happened to if they got another order. But anyways, Jaden got like $70 worth of food.
That's crazy.
Yep. And she's gotten drinks like that too.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah. But anyways, you know what? Like I said last time and in a different podcast, if you're not lazy, there's money to be made out there.
Or if you're not restricted.
Or if you're not restricted. Like, there is money to be made out there. Like, you know, you can't just say, oh, there's no jobs. Yeah, there's lots of jobs. If you got a car, these people that are doing it are making
You don't even need a car. Postmates, they
Uber
go on
Eats.
bikes.
Yeah, or bikes or whatever. But downtown would be bikes. Up here in Northern part, you need a car.
Okay, can you stop making so much freaking noise, Mom? Stop.
What noise am I making? I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, you are. You're moving the headphone everywhere and it's making noise.
I am?
Yeah.
Well, how am I moving it? It's in my ear.
The headphone, Mom, the microphone part. Oh my god, stop whatever you're doing right now. Stop.
Okay, hold on. I got it. I'm holding on
Thank
to it now.
God.
Mm-hmm. So that was the interesting part of that Uber Eats experience. I don't know if I would do it personally, but I think if I was in dire need of money, it's a quick, simple way to make money.
But what do you get, like a base pay, or is it only on tips?
No, it's not only on tips. Yeah, you don't get a base pay, but you get, like, from what I understand is like the delivery portion of it. Like, it'll cost $6 to have it delivered. I think that's what you get.
Oh.
And then tips on top of that.
Is that covering your gas though?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I think I would only do it with a friend. I don't think I would do it alone. I don't know. I have this weird thing, like I'm scared.
Yeah, no, they team up together and they help each other and stuff. So, and they support each other. But it's not for everybody.
Why?
But it's good if you want to make money and you're in a busy area. Like, she dropped one off, and the minute she dropped it off, boom, another order and another order and another order. It was like nonstop for 2 hours.
Damn, that sounds good.
Yeah, so in 2 hours, she averaged about $35 to $40 an hour.
Oh, wow, that's great.
And plus tips on top of that people were sending it.
Yeah, but then you have to factor in your gas money.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but you figure, like, you know...
No, but like $35 to $40 an hour, but how much in gas are you paying?
Yeah, I don't know what she's using up in gas, but this was all so close, too, so it wasn't bad.
Anyways...
So that's promotion Uber Eats. Uber Eats, if anybody from Uber Eats is listening.
And how was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was very good. Lots of food, good company. We had fun.
What are you thankful for?
I'm grateful for my family.
Thankful for?
I'm thankful for a lot of things.
Yeah, like what?
The fact that I'm still breathing.
That's good. Why? Is there something we should know about?
No, but you never know. Maybe tomorrow morning I won't wake up.
Oh, don't say that. I'm coming home tomorrow, and I don't want to come home to your dead body.
Right? Everybody enjoyed the eggplant.
Yeah.
the eggplant onions that I had on my Insta story today.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. Turned out good. I saved you some.
That's good.
Yep, but I also bought extra eggplant to make for you guys.
You mean for Eric?
Yes, for Eric. I just don't have feta, and I don't have time to go get feta.
I'm sure Yaya
so he can
has
take
feta.
it home. Huh?
I'm sure Yaya has feta.
I'm sure she does too.
Anyways, guys, my mom only cooks for Eric now, so...
For Eric, Daniel. Not really, but sure.
I'm just kidding.
But Eric likes the food, so that's good.
If he didn't like the food, would you tell me to dump him?
No.
No?
I'll tell you to eat before you came.
What would be a deal breaker with that you would tell me to dump him for?
Someone who I feel is that that's sketchy and lies and doesn't make sense.
But do you think you know him enough to
dumb.
know if he's a liar or doesn't make senser?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You only had like a handful of interactions with him.
I don't need a lot of interactions. You could tell by the person. Yeah.
Wow, something's going on in New York.
Every second on the second, something's going on in New York.
I know. Man, I am yawning.
But you
guys
guys had a good weekend. Did you guys do anything interesting?
Okay, first of all, what was interesting was the fact that he just showed up in New York City. This is the thing. Like, I don't know, like, how to explain how I felt about it, because it's like, to me, I feel like I was in a dream. Like, I feel like nothing is happening. Like, I'm not.
Like you were sleeping for 2 days and just dreaming?
No, I don't get it. Like, because this is what I do.
Yes.
For other people.
Yes.
And, like, so I only know how to feel from one end of it. Like, I get excited blowing up balloons or taking trips across the country to surprise my friends and family. But, like, from the receiving end of it, like, I didn't have a reaction from when you surprised me for my birthday.
You had a reaction? We saw that.
No, I'm saying I didn't.
Video.
What?
Your reaction was crazy on that video.
On his FaceTime call video?
Yeah.
You think?
It's like, what? 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 You're gonna be going, what?
Wait, so you
Are you for real?
See, there's no sound in that thing, but you still got.
You can read lips.
You still got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was showing me. Okay, guys, Eric is living in Canada, and I'm living in New York City, and I'm going home. Like, we literally talked about booking a trip, and I booked a trip home to Canada tomorrow night, and we're like counting down the days till we get to see each other again, because it's been a long time. It's been over a month, and I know that's like nothing, but it's also a long time. And then he's like, okay, I gotta go to sleep now. It's like around 8:52, almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And he's like, which is not out of the ordinary, because
that's right.
Well, one, it was out of the ordinary because it was a Friday night, right? So I'm like, okay, but his excuse was that he had to drop his sister and her boyfriend off at the airport because they were going to Arizona Saturday morning. And he said, I had to drive them at 4:30 in the morning. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You know, you want to get your sleep, yada, yada. So then, unbeknownst to me, he's actually getting on a bus. His parents are the one waking up at 4:30 in the morning. He's getting on a bus. Saturday morning, I wake up at 7:15.
But he got on the 8 p.m. bus, did he not?
No, he took Greyhound, first of all, because everything was booked.
Oh, really?
So he got a Greyhound bus. Oh, his story is crazy, too. I guess I'll tell it, since he didn't want to be on the podcast yesterday. Anyways, so he gets on a Greyhound. The bus is 2 hours late, mind you. So he gets on the Greyhound around 10 o'clock. And the Greyhound, they go to the border, whatever. The border was crazy, he said. And then he said that in Buffalo, for the Greyhound, you get off the bus.
And then?
and then you wait for another bus and you get on. Like, you transfer buses.
Oh.
And apparently that's a thing with Greyhound. Like, he did that on the way back too.
What?
But the difference is that, you know how Greyhound is like weird, like first come, first serve type of thing?
Yeah.
Well, Eric was like score. They put him on an earlier bus. So his bus was 2 hours late, but instead of going on the 9:15 bus that was late, he got on the 8:30 bus that was late.
Right.
So he gets on the 8:30 bus and he goes to Buffalo, and the guy's like telling him to get off because because they all have to get off, but then the guy's telling him to wait there and not get back on the bus because they have people to pick up.
Oh my gosh.
So now Eric's there at like 1 a.m. and he's waiting till 4 a.m., 3:39 or something like that. He said 3:40.
Is that at that first stop station?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. I think that's what he's talking about.
I hope so.
And he's not the only one though that's waiting there till 4 a.m. and he's waiting for another bus. But he's not allowed to. So he's not allowed to get on the next bus that comes. He waits 2 buses past him, and then he gets on his bus that he was originally supposed to get on. And then he gets on that bus. So he was supposed to arrive at 7:15 or something like that
in the morning.
Yeah, and he arrived at 10:30. So I woke up at 7:15 in the morning, just, still unbeknownst, thinking he's 3 hours into he's probably at home sleeping now after dropping his sister off, whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, it's 7:15 on a Saturday morning. I don't need to do anything. I don't have nowhere to go. I don't need to see anybody. So I fall right back to sleep. Then I wake up and it's 9:15 and I'm like, oh wow, I slept for 2 hours. I got nobody to see. I got nowhere to go. It's Saturday morning. I'm sleeping again. So I fall back to sleep. And then at 10:30, his FaceTime call wakes me up because my phone ringer is so freaking loud. I get scared. I start flip-flopping my phone like it's wet. And then I finally get a hold of it and I see it's Eric. And I'm like, oh shit. Eric never FaceTimes me in the morning. Right. So I go and I open it, and as you can see in that video, I'm covering my face. It's so bright. Yeah. I'm like, hello? And then I see Times Square, and I'm like, what? He's like, look. And I'm like, what? Is he showing me a picture of Times Square? Like, that's awesome. And then he's like, figure it out. And I get up, and I'm like, wait a second, that's moving. Like, that's not a picture. Everything's moving in this. And then I like hear the Times Square atmosphere. My senses are all like waking up. And then he flips the camera. He's like, what do you want from Starbucks? I'm like, what do you mean what do I want from Starbucks? He's like, what do you want? I'm like, are you here? I cut that FaceTime call because I'm staring like this for like 30 seconds and I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
I'm just so disoriented. I got woken up out of a deep sleep. And he's like, what do you want from Starbucks? You got 30 minutes. Get up. And I'm like, what? Are you really here? What? And I start screaming and I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, but I'm coming home. Like, he's like, I know, but I'm supposed to be here. So let's go. He's like, I've got things planned. I'm like, what do you mean you have things planned? And then he did have things planned. He came with these envelopes. Did you see on my story?
Oh, I saw envelopes, but what were they for?
Yeah, he came. So he brings me my Starbucks drink and everything. He just knocks on the door and I'm just like, what the hell? I can't believe he's here right now. He's like, this is such an impulse decision. Like, I just bought it.
Touch his face?
I did. I said, oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening right now. Like, I'm in shock. I'm like in shock. Like, are you really in front of me right now?
More shocked than your birthday?
No,
surprise?
That's what I'm saying is that I didn't have that reaction.
Yeah.
But I was just not. I was stunned.
Numb.
Exactly. My reaction was the opposite of that reaction. My reaction was like I lost all feeling, and I was just like, "Whoa, is this real?" Like, because I got so used to doing it for other people that I just never imagined anybody doing it for me. Like, I know you did it for me. Like, that's what jump started it. But like, just like, for Eric to do it, I did not expect it. And then, and
so
then
nice, Attic.
not only that though, what I love is like thought into things. Like obviously this was thought, like, you know, I mean it was impulse, but it was also thoughtful, right? But what I mean is like, okay, so Eric came and I was like, what do you mean you have plans? He's like, oh, we'll get to those. And I'm like, what? He hands me envelope number 1. And so there's these envelopes that I guess he wrote, I don't know, on the bus or before or whatever. And they have activities in the envelopes.
That's crazy.
So like envelope number 4, I couldn't even open till like 6 p.m. on Saturday night. And I was like, what?
Take notes, boys. Take notes.
Is going on? Like, I just love that shit. I love surprises, one. And I love like thoughtful games like that. Like games that don't hurt people, you know, like fun games.
Right.
Not mind games, like fun games.
Yes.
So I thought that was really, no one's ever done that for me before.
Everybody went crazy when they saw that Eric surprised you.
Really? What do you mean everybody?
Well, Kat thought that was so sweet, and Teddy goes, "Oh my God, that's so nice!" And everyone's just going, "That's so cool."
I got the most messages from friends and family.
Yep.
On my Instagram.
We're all so happy.
I think like
they know that you do that stuff, and the fact
I know
Theme,
Irene, like Sandra, Tori Hood.
What?
Mom, I'm telling you, all my friends and family, Annette, like everybody was just like, oh my God, Poet too? Yeah, like everyone was just like, you know, okay, you know what? Actually, I have a rant to go off on. Why do I get all these messages, not only from friends and family, but fans and supporters as well? Everyone's like, it's so good to see you so happy. You look so happy, so happy, so happy. And I'm like, bitch, did I not look happy before? Like, I don't understand. Like, I was telling Eric, I'm like, Eric, why is everyone saying, like, it's so good to see you so happy? Like, I'm confused.
Because of the struggles that you've gone through, that's why.
I know, but, like, when have I ever... I show both sides of myself. So
you show both sides, but because of what you've gone through, the struggles that you've gone through the past 2 years, and the fact that you were smiling and in shock and surprised and whatever, that was happy. To see you so much happier than always in doubt and whatever, all, you know, even though you showed a positive side, there was always that other side too.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it was your story. It's your story that people are so happy that you're here in this place now than in that story that you were in before.
I guess I'm not looking at, which is weird for me to not look at it this way because I'm such a storyteller, like living in the movies type of girl, but like I guess I'm not looking at, Mom, what are you doing? Like heavy breathing on the mic?
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Like, seriously now?
Like, what are you doing?
I'm not even breathing. Like, is this how, this mic must be really like,
Mom, you gotta listen to the podcast when I upload it. Anyways, what I was gonna say is I'm not looking at my character arc. I was just looking at the scene as it is, but not the character arc. But I guess, if you look at 2 years ago, from all that emotion and everything that I was putting out and all that stuff,
waiting
and my
waiting
ankle
for results
and
ankles and everything,
And then 2 years later, now I'm walking and I'm seeing and I have a boyfriend. And I have a job, like... It's great. I'm really happy that everyone's happy for me, but I just want to know, like, are people just saying that I'm extra happy, or are people saying that, like, I wasn't happy before? Because
not that you weren't happy before. They're happy that your story has changed.
Yeah, I like looking at it that way. Okay, I can live with that.
You know, it's your story that's changed.
Yeah, like I don't want Eric to get a big head, you know? Like, oh, she's so happy. No, I'm kidding.
Your story has changed. Like, you were in a certain story before, and now you're in a different story.
You know, it's crazy because, like, there's moments that I love from our relationship. Like, when we went to Montreal, like, I thought that was such a fun, spontaneous trip. When we went to Buffalo, that was such a fun, spontaneous thing. Again,
but this was the icing.
This was like I wasn't part of the planning. And it was like, I was like, okay, do you have an interview? Like, did you get a job? He's like, no, I'm just here to hang out with you. And I'm like,
See?
this feels
so
too good to be
nice.
true. Like, are you sure there's nothing, there's no, like, nothing in it for you, you know? And the only thing in it for him is, I guess, seeing me, because it's been a
There
while.
you go. Yeah.
But that's just, it's just crazy when you do so much for other people like this, that like to have it reciprocated onto you, you don't know the feeling. So I went completely numb, like, and I just like, I'm extremely thankful, but I just I couldn't ever expect that or think that that was ever going to happen.
Well, it's good that you don't expect it, because look
I
at
know
how much better it is when you don't expect
but now he
something.
raised the bar, so
Do you hear that, Eric? Now you raised the bar.
I told him he's banned from listening to the podcast. No. And then I said, oh, can you be on the podcast? People want you on it. Like Dan is asking. Shout out to Dan.
Right.
And he's like, no, you told me I'm banned from the podcast. Now you want me to be on the podcast? I'm like,
Oh
wow, you're such a bitch. I was like, I was kidding.
So you guys had a lot of fun then.
We had a lot of fun. I had oysters for the first
No,
time.
like seriously. Do you guys breathe in between meals?
What are you talking about? Okay, I think everyone's getting it confused, but if you look at the times that I'm posting, like there's space in between our meals. There's like 5-hour gaps. When I post, it's just because food is an interesting thing, and our adventures in New York City are great. And if people are coming to New York City, they can see where we're going, and they can go too based on our recommendation. So I'm what do they want to see? They don't want to see us kissing or holding hands or walking through New York City.
Breathe
like
in between, like eating. Like you guys breathe, or do you just eat all freaking day?
No, we breathe. I got a new book. I got the 4 Agreements.
Did you get that?
Yeah, it's a small book. Like I think I'm gonna finish it in like a day or two. Mm-hmm. And then I got another book because I thought I'm gonna finish that book really quick, because I am. And I got another one called The Tipping Point.
But don't you have other books here as well?
I have one other book there. I'm in the middle of this book, When's Happy Hour. Mm-hmm. But I want to quit because, do you see how much I've read?
Yeah.
I want to quit.
You're halfway.
I know. But like, all of it is like, I don't feel like it's helpful to me, who already has knowledge on getting a job and what's right to say in a job, what's right to wear in a job. Like, if you don't know these things, that's a great book. But like, I know not to wear a club dress to a job. I know not to...
Okay, so what's the title of this book again? So for people who are interested in...
The title of this book is called When's Happy Hour by Betches. I think I like their Nice is Only a Place in France. It's Nice, but Nice is Only a Place in France book better. But yeah. I really liked The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, but I was gonna pick up his second book, but it has bad reviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Everything is Fucked. That's what it's called.
Oh, really?
Yeah, A Story of Hope or something like that.
Oh.
And everyone's like, catchy title, but doesn't have substance, like just a gimmicky title, blah, 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 blah. I think I am going to give it a chance because I want to at least, I would give this bad reviewed book a chance because I read the first book, so I'm interested to see how his second book compares to the first. And also I want to see if these reviews are true or if these bad reviews are just being more vocalized than the good reviews, you know what I mean?
Right.
And also, this isn't even his first book that I read. His first book was called Models. Like a man, how to get a woman. I don't even know. Anyways.
Speaking of books, how's Evie Y's book going?
My book has been on the side right now. Actually, this is what I was telling Eric too. I was like, Eric, I haven't been writing. It's because I was wanting to get that YouTube video out. And I'm doing a lot at work, but I was wanting to get that YouTube video, and every night I was editing that YouTube video, because I did some After Effects on that video and blah, blah, blah. And this is another topic that we should talk about. Done is better than perfect. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
This video, the last video that I just put out, I was trying to make it perfect. I was like, I re-recorded the thing 3 times. Like, the part in my bedroom.
I love the story behind that YouTube video with the donkey. And if you guys haven't watched it, go to
Do you like that story?
Yeah, I think that was freaking amazing.
Okay, this is the thing.
So amazing.
This is what Eric said too.
Go back and watch this.
Eric said the message is worth putting out there, so finish the damn video and put it out there. Like, that extra bit of quality or effort to post it in another week or 2 is not going to change your numbers, because it's good enough as is, and the message behind the story is a good message. And because I was telling him I want to throw this away, like, I'm not even going to post it, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is how I get with every damn video, though. But my YouTube channel, I want to start putting out videos like that with ideas worth sharing. Just like that video with the Bill Murray, who knows what's good or bad. Those types of videos is what I love. Like, lighthearted, comedic ways of changing your perspective on the situation that you're in.
The donkey one, I enjoyed the other one, of course, like you said, but this one just, it's something to really think about.
It impacted you.
Yeah, it did, actually, because you think about it, because the guy was burying his donkey for dead.
I know. And the donkey was crying.
The donkey was crying.
And then every time
you're going to go through that, but every time you take a step up,
every time
you're gonna succeed.
Every time
you're
every time the farmer shoveled dirt onto the donkey was crying, but he took it off his back, and then he would just step on it. And eventually,
people seriously go watch it. It's such a good message, and really, it's, you go through shit in life, but every step you take is just a step closer to succeeding.
Okay, Mom, I have another story, and I'm going to say it now because I cannot find a place for it in a video, but it just listen to the story and see if it's going to take like 2 seconds at the end for you to realize the story. Okay.
But I think you need to do a playlist on your YouTube just for those, so people can go directly to that.
Mom, listen. There was a girlfriend and a boyfriend. The girl was blind. Wow, it's just sounding like me and Eric. Okay, I'm just kidding.
How's your eyes? Is it getting better?
I want to say yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, Mom, there was a girlfriend and a boyfriend. The girlfriend was blind, and the boyfriend was caring for her. She hated everything. She hated herself because of the fact that she was blind. Right. But the only thing that she loved was her boyfriend, because her boyfriend loved her so much and cared for her so much. And she said to him, if only I could see, I would marry you.
Right.
And so then, to just her luck, a pair of eye transplants came, and they transplanted seeing eyes into her eyeballs, and she could see now.
Right.
So her boyfriend goes to her and says, now that you can see, will you marry me? And she was taken aback because she saw her boyfriend and she noticed he was also blind.
Oh.
And so she said, no, I'm not going to marry you. And then he said, okay, well, take care of my eyes then.
Oh my God.
Right?
Right?
That took you a second before you were like, oh shit. He gave his eyes to her so that she could see, so that she could marry him. And she was greedy. The story is about greed. Don't be greedy. Or something like that. Don't be greedy, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But, he gave his eyes.
His love cost him his blindness.
Yeah, love is blind, literally.
Love is blind. Love blinded him.
But yeah, that's really sad. When I read that, I was like,
oh my God.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, is it time to go up, bed?
Yeah, it's done. I have a really good story that I want to use in a video, so I'm not going to tell you, or I'm not going to say it on this podcast at least.
Don't say it. Don't share it. Don't say it. Don't tell me.
It's a really clever story. I did not tell you about the donkey story.
No.
But I'm glad it hit.
Great story.
I'm glad you liked it,
yeah,
Mom.
It did.
You didn't tell me any of that. You just said, like, great vid. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks for the B+.
No, it wasn't a B+. I didn't give you a B+. I gave you an A+.
I know, but when you said...
But now I'm verbally giving you an A++.
I hear that now. Verbal. I need more verbal affirmation. Thank you.
Then you call and you ask Mom, how was the video, okay?
Well, I was busy friggin' entertaining Eric. I mean, Eric was entertaining me.
I mean, even your grandmother was so happy.
She knows about it?
Uh-huh. The cat showed her the video.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I was going to call her for Thanksgiving today, but I think I'm not going to, and I'm just going to show up on her doorstep.
Mm-hmm. So she was really happy. She goes, aren't you going to New York? I said, nope. Not time for that.
Oh, she was really happy? What do you mean? Like, what'd she say?
She was really happy that he went out. Oh, very nice boy. This Eric. Very nice boy.
You know, at first when I showed him, she said, like, he has a baby face and he's just a friend.
Yes, but now he's very nice, this Eric.
Well, now he's good for me as a boyfriend?
Yes, because he surprised you, and everybody knows how much you love surprises.
Oh, that's really... I know. I told him, I'm like, I hope you know, like, how much this means to me.
Yeah.
He's like, I do. I'm like, no, like, my reaction is, I feel like I'm not showing you enough how much this means to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have the emotions, like... I have no tears left to cry, no happy, no excited. Like, I'm just, like, in shock that you're here. Yeah. Like,
you're numb.
Oh, my God. This whole relationship feels like pinch me. Like, I'm so, like... This is what I've read online, too, about, like, healthy relationships. Mm-hmm. And how they feel completely different from, like, toxic relationships, because toxic relationships, like, have a hold on you, and that's what you think that, like, love and relationships are supposed to be like. But then when you're in a healthy relationship, you think it's too good to be true, which is exactly how I'm feeling right now. I'm just like, is this too good to be true? Like, am I even going home tomorrow and he's picking me up, like, from the airport? Like, I just, like, don't... I'm just, like, in shock. Like, I'm numb. Like... And then I don't want to self-sabotage, you know? Then you start picking at things because you think that there should be an issue because you think this is too good to be true.
Nope.
Anyways. All right, that's it for the night, fam. Sorry this is late.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for being patient.
Again. Thank you for listening. Shout out to everybody who's listening to us.
Happy Thanksgiving to the Canadians.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
All right. Have an